You know who it is? Hollow the dinner and all. Mikey T, the movie star. You want battle me? See me on the roof. Lux style, you heard?
All right, this is what it is. Hollow the Don from the roof, man. The energy god with the interview god, man. I appreciate you coming through to the channel, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you having me, man. Gangster. Roof style.
You know, I'm following you, man, and I recently saw you post one of your first YouTube freestyles. What gave you that intuition back in the day to actually, jump on YouTube freestyling?
Yeah, that was '06, the first year it came out. And I just felt like this could get to everybody, like the world, even though the channel didn't have a following. Me getting, I think, like 300 views back then was fire to me. I'm like, shit, that's 300 people seeing it that I don't know about. So, we always got to remember where we started at. That's one thing that keep me motivated. You feel me? I remember shit I said to myself when I was 15 and 16, when I was standing in front of Def Jam building, running up on Skane and any nigga I seen coming out, trying to get a deal. So I remember them days. That shit keep me level.
Can you tell me about where you grew up, Hollow? In your battle with Rum Nitty, you said that you had the same English teacher as Nas. Was that a bar or literal?
No, it's literal, 204. The teacher used to tell us about Nas, the type of student he was. And that's right near the bridge. I'm from Astoria, which is Long Island City still. So, I was in 126, got kicked out, went to 204 and shit. And, had the same teacher. So it's like we breathing the same air. We coming from the same environment as these greats. So, you know what I mean? Of course, you're going to get some greatness too if you hone in on your skill. You feel me?
Going from there, when did you first get involved with music? Was it that inspired you to?
Well, that was definitely like seeing the ciphers. I was a little nervous. I was still like going to Long Island City. I went to LIC for a year, and I was still nervous. I was 14, just start writing. You know what I mean? Started really. So I moved to Houston right after that. So it wasn't until I really moved to Houston I started going to the studio on the South Side, MLK. Over there, that was like my first time really going to the studio. So yeah, it was just back and forth from New York to Houston. That's why it's always been my style. Even when I won 106 7 years, my mixtape was NY to Houston. You feel me?
Was living in New York, did that make it easier for you to get that opportunity on BET 106 in Park?
Well, that's crazy you asked that because that was a mission. I had made 106 in Park at. I went when I was 17, found out I was too young. This when it was on 106 at Park Avenue, 106th Street and Park Avenue. You feel me? In Manhattan. So I was too young, so I just was battling niggas. Then I went back when I was 19 and made it, got the letter in the mail, but you had to wait 6 months to like a year to get called back. So I'm waiting, and then I end up getting extradited because I had a case I was on the run from in Texas. So I went to Rikers Island, got extradited to Texas. I'm so adamant, like letting niggas know, niggas, everybody in jail, a lot of niggas lie. It's the army, be all you could be in that bitch. You feel me? So niggas thought I was fronting. I had my mom send a letter in. So that used to be like my meta. I used to be like, nah, I'm supposed to be on BT. You feel me? I had the letter in there. So I came home on parole and flew back again. You feel me? For the third time I went there. And that's when, you know what I'm saying? I made it again on parole. My parole officer was like, I don't know nothing. She was in New Orleans joint, black joint. She was kind of cool. So she was like, look, I don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. So I used to go out there on parole and just, you know what I mean? That's how I made it again. And that was 2006.
Damn, that's dope, Hollow. Was there anybody else that you know from circles now that were actually on 106? I know John was actually there.
No, well, John went recently, like 2-3 years ago, like literally after I did it, Lux did it, no, P did it, and then Lux did it. You know what I mean? So this was back then when it was only Lux, Move, P, guys like that out. You know what I mean? 2006. So I have to mention dudes like Twilight. It's a dude named Red Dot from Maryland. He ended up being back on it. Wild Nice. I see him battle at the MTV battle a couple times. I see him get busy. So it was a lot of cats from back then, yeah, that was on.
It was an epic Summer Madness 11, man. That was a hell of a card. What battle would you say was the standout, aside from your own, of course?
Well, mine was a clear 3-0 or a clear win.
That's
However
what
you
they're
want to put
saying.
it, it wasn't like a good back and forth battle where people were gonna go back and watch. It wasn't a dog fight. Easy versus Chess was clearly hands down the battle of the night. Them two motherfuckers, pit bulls in there, like tearing at each other's neck. That was hands down one of the best battles of the year. That card, however you want to call it. Them boys got busy. Shout out Chess and Easy because I'm still hype off it because I just watched it last night for the first time. You feel me? So the night before, so them niggas got the fuck off. Surf got off. Him and John. Yeah, it was some good battles. It was some good joints. But me and K Shine, I kicked his drawers in his ass. That's what that was. Shout out K Shine because all jokes aside, maybe he was going through something. Maybe people don't know. Behind the scenes in this shit, if you and your girl is fighting. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have that same energy if y'all going through shit and she just threw your shit out on the, you know what I mean? Or your aunt just died 2 weeks ago. You feel me? Like you ain't gonna have that same energy and you can't go up there and tell people that because a nigga like me might freestyle. Like, your girl threw your shit out or movie style, get out, I'll take your shit. I'll go off the top of it. Like he got to tuck that shit if he going through. So shout out Shine. I don't think that was really Shine up there. You feel me?
So speaking on the weekend, did you get to run into anyone you didn't expect or that you had been waiting to see?
At the battle,
Yeah.
I mean, it's to the point we so deep in this. All the cats that come through is consistent people that's always there. Your Freeways, Jada, like there's certain cats that always show love. Sports players, but I mean, that was there that night. Trader Truth, Lil Flip, Arian Foster, like the same cats always show love. Snoop, he wasn't there that night, but I'm saying other people too that always show love to the culture and give it up. But yeah, it was just really H Town heavy in the building. Free J Prince, man, because that's the dog right there from H Town, and they got him on lock right now. He would have been there, little J Prince, man. Shout out to X.
How are you feeling coming off the battle with K Shine though, Hollow?
Oh man, I'm feeling like money, baby. Like one thing, I had my pops there. I looked over, I see my pops there. I'm like, oh, it's going down. So it's like whatever feedback or people think about the battle, for the crowd, the K-Shine, I know my first round, my third round, my second round is more like old style. I knew it was like how we do back in the day. We'll more talk to you, break you down. We ain't punching too heavy. You feel me? So it's like it's a quiet taste. My second round, but my first, I wigged on him. It's like classic hollow. Like my first round is disgusting. I honestly feel like it was the first round knockout because when I spit my first, he went first. I spit my shit, bodied him. When he spit his second, I knew my second was going to beat him. So I feel like I already won off the first round. So it's very difficult for, it's almost like if the Cavs is when LeBron and Kyrie and they blowing niggas out in the finals by 30, they're not going to play the same or have the same intensity they would as a close game against the Warriors and it's 3 points and Bron hit the three, he D'ing up, you know what I mean? Like, so it's very difficult to really put that fight up. And, I'm like, it's over by the first round. I knew it was over.
So you faced Rum Nitty, who had faced off against K Shine a few years prior, but why K Shine this time?
Me and K Shine been brewing. It was just brewing for a while. And he first caught me out. I forgot which battle he first said my name in, and I threw a shot back at him in the Danny battle. And ever since then, it was stuck. It was up there. So I was like, it's whatever. I'm finna pull up like Huggies. I just knew I want to get Rum out the way first because no disrespect to Rum, but K-Shine is more seasoned and he's more the vet. I felt like it would be a harder fight, but it was the other way around. Rum was the harder fight.
So I had seen you post a clip of Easy the Block Captain. A lot of people are saying he had the battle of the night at Summer Madness, yourself included. I had spoke with Kay Walker, who said that he is the new face of Philly. What was it about Easy the Block Captain that impressed you so much, Hollow?
Man, when Easy's talking to a nigga like I don't even want to compare him to nobody, but it's just how his slogan is. His talk is different. Like the certain shit he say, like when Thun said the feds raid the joint, I had my Nike slides on. Those were shower shoes. Like that shit gave me chills. Like, oh, that's crazy to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that have been through the system obviously gonna know what he talking about. And that was like certain shit like that. I feel like it's not a punchline. It's not like really dissing a nigga. It's just relatability. That's a good word for it. Easy give you that a lot of that relatability shit. He give it right there to you. You feel me? So his shit, he was definitely loopy, but it wasn't one sided. Chess was up there wiggling, like the way Chess was dancing, like when he delivered that easy come, easy go. Nah, he was wiggling up there like Chess. He coming for like top performer, like Chess performance was crazy.
Did you get a chance to speak with Easy the Block Captain, or do you have a relationship with him?
I had to call both. When you get that crazy, I love this shit. Like I had to call both of them niggas and let them like nigga nappy throwing all hats off, salute. Like y'all boys getting busy. Y'all holding the culture. You feel me? I called both them niggas that night off of seeing clips. I didn't even see the battle. Hold on. I got the four wheelers. We out here in Sanford. They be on the four wheelers crazy. Like I didn't even see the full battle. I see clips of Chess. I was like, oh boy. That easy come. I was like, oh boy, let me call this nigga, let him know, stay on that plane, stay on that frequency you on, because fans gonna love you and then they gonna hate you. Then you gotta make them love you again. You feel me? When you get that love, I try to let every nigga know. Real sick, he's another one. Like when you loopy, you gotta make sure you appreciate that shit. You don't just get caught up in the moment and don't bask in it and really just stay in your element. Some niggas get too caught up in the comments and what people saying and what they peers saying, and they want too many opinions and too much affirmation. When it's like you already loopy, fuck you need to run your bars by all these niggas or call people and say, should I do this or that? You know what I mean? Especially that don't do this. You call an expert, that's different. But if you just calling your friends and your homies to ask opinions, like, nah, you loopy. They need to ask you what you doing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You know, I noticed Sue Surf standing next to Geechee Gotti watching your battle with Rum Nitty. What did you think of Sue Surf versus John John the Don?
I ain't seen it yet. I just seen clips of that. I ain't got the app, so I ain't. I seen
Okay.
somebody send me the bootleg. Yo, send me the bootlegs of John John and Surf when y'all get it. You heard? I mean, I tried to download the app, but it wasn't working on my Android. I got an iPhone now, so I might. No, when I tried on this, it said I was already signed up. I'm like, this shit ain't meant to be. So trust me, I would get the app. It's only $8, but I don't have it. So
Yeah, I feel you. I seen you talking about the app before when it came to clothing release and shit like that and stuff, because you were like, yo, when's the release date? I like to correspond with the release date for my merchandise, you know? Uh,
I fucks with you because this is real journalism. This is one of the best interviews I've done. I appreciate you remembering some of the information and you know what I'm saying? Really, that's dope. I appreciate that.
So, yo, the last time we spoke, or the last time we were together, I should say, was right before your battle with Joe Budden. Um, why do you think Eminem never put together another event like that?
It was a misfortunate situation where there was a lot of refunds on the pay-per-view. I think the stream lagged or something happened. They didn't anticipate, you know, how heavy it would be, and they took I think like $600,000 worth of pay-per-views got refunded back to customers. And I knew this information because I obviously had other business, you know, that I was doing with them besides getting my money. So that was one thing. And then, you know, I was a big reason because it looks like, you know, you can't control the artist. We can't control the content. Like we can't have the dude dissing the people throwing it. You know what I'm saying? So it was a couple reasons.
What did you make of Joe Budden setting down the mic? Had that ever happened to you before in a battle?
Nah, he's not a battle rapper. That's why I wasn't too shocked. But nah, that's never happened, period. In the street battle, off camera, I've never had. You know, one of the funniest shits though, free my nigga Jersey Black, he in the Fit Dads, when I was on 106 at Park, bro, this nigga was there. It's all battle rappers, like 150 people in line, and everybody's battling. This nigga would come in, kick a regular verse, banana clip, Brooklyn brand style. You know how we get it in. Yo, I don't battle, son. Don't spit no verse back at me. Jerns Black mixtape. Anybody copy? $5. Holla at me. I'm like, yo, this nigga's psycho. How you just gonna spit your mixtape verse and try to sell it to other rappers? So that's like some of the funniest shit I've seen is fucking in a battle, but I've never seen a nigga just put the mic down and not rap. I've seen a bunch of funny shit. I can name hella funny stories from the penitentiary to the street. I done battled in the pen, like all that. You feel me? So I got hella stories.
So, Hollow, how were you actually chosen for that position to actually battle Joe Budden?
Man, this is another amazing question. So boom, with Alchemist, I dropped him off at Shady Records, and he called me back like, "Yo, they want to meet with you." And I'm like, damn, my music ain't even been blazing lately. I ain't even been on my shit. I know it can't be the music. So I'm like, fuck it. I double back, and he's like, "Yo, Mike from Shady's like, yo, we got this Total Slaughter thing we're doing. Mind you, this before I battle Loaded Lux." And so he's like, "Lux and Move for the team captains." I'm like, my G, I'm about to battle Lux in about a month or so. He's like, "Yeah, but this is big. This is Fuse TV. This is no disrespect, Chris Brown, no deuces. You feel me? I'm all for this." So I left like I'm cool. I don't want no interest. So boom, the show starts going on. They filming. I pull up there just to go holler at Math and Disaster. Ironically, they both was calling me Math and Disaster, and I went to go holler at both of them. And then me and Joe Buttons get into it, and he's like, "Oh, mind you, when I seen them at Shady, when I went for the meeting, I said, yo, where's Joe Buttons? Where's Royce at? I could book to battle against my peers anytime. Like, I don't need y'all to, like, you know what I'm saying, to book a battle." So, you know, they felt disrespect. They threw me out. Not threw me out, but like, get out of here. So I see Joe Buttons at the show, and I guess Mike told him, like I was saying that. He was like, "Yo, Mike telling me you can see me or Royce or something." I'm like, "In this?" So we get to argue, and they take the picture. Boom. That's when the internet talk about it. And Joe hit me like, "Yo, there's people really thinking you could beat me. Let's set this up." So me and Joe set this shit up. They get wind of it. Now they like, "Yo, we got a fucking battle rap television show. Y'all ain't finna battle nowhere else." They tell Joe it's a dub. Now I'm like, cool, just give me the same bread I was already getting. They don't want to give me the same bread. About a week or two of negotiation and stalemates, I'm just like, and boom, I just give in to do it. And I write that verse, you know what I'm saying? That first round I spit. I said, I'm going to just give him this then. You feel me? So that was my decision at that point. Like, all right, I'm going to take the short and put them on blast for acting shady about a couple of fucking bucks when I know they got millions of dollars in their budget. You know what I mean? So that's how me and Joe happened.
Man, you said to Joe Budden, the last time you was even relevant for some rapping shit is when Jay-Z followed you on accident and then unfollowed you right after it. Can we dig into that a little bit, man? Because you actually only follow one person on Instagram. So in your mind, how did that happen?
Yeah, that's my clothing brand I follow, lomclothing.com. You know what I'm saying? Support loyalty over money is what we stand by. But like 3-4 years ago when Jay was doing the Magna Grill Carter, when he was doing that album, he went on Twitter and was hollering at mad people, hollering at Ab-Soul. You know what I'm saying? I remember he was hollering at mad people, and he just hopped on the Twitter, and he must have been on Joe's page because Joe said something about him, and he followed him by accident. So mad people had seen it, and he unfollowed and shit. But Joe and Jay always had this thing since fucking, you know, them taking them shots, and Jay took his beat. Like, they always had their things. So that's why I thought it was funny to poke at Joe about Jay, because I always know, like, you know, Jay's the OG, and niggas look up to Jay.
So I did an interview with Royce the 5'9", and we spoke on Eminem battling. He actually said one of the issues would be the companies having the ownership over the content.
Mm. That was your joint Royce said that on about Eminem?
And Murda Mook.
Yeah, Murda Mook.
Being his favorite rapper, yeah. That was my interview with Royce.
Murda Mook is Eminem is whose favorite rapper?
Royce had said that Eminem's favorite battle rapper was Murda Mook.
Oh, it must be now because it used to be me and then it was Disaster. So now it must be Mook. He can switch it. It's like the NBA. We ain't tripping. But it ain't always been Mook, nigga. Eminem got interviews talk about me and Hip Hop DX. He got a couple interviews talk about me. And then he said Disaster probably the last few years. So it might be Mook now. He might have just heard about Mook. Shout out Mook. He been out here doing this thing. Shout out Murda Mook. If y'all know him, Google him. He's a battle rapper too, y'all.
Yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Like you You Math Hoff at one point, definitely one of my favorite battle rapper. You, my favorite battle rapper. Sue Surf, I gotta say, the most interesting battle rapper of the moment. But Cassidy, probably the most captivating rapper right now, in my opinion.
Cassidy?
Yeah.
Cassidy gets busy. Of course. You said battle rapper?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said rapper.
No,
All right.
no, just battle rapper. Well, when
Oh,
it comes to rap, I'm more of a Max B, AR Rap kind of guy.
okay. Now you talking my language. Now you talking my language. Shout out OBH. I just got. If I turn on my phone, it's gonna say, "Can I live?" AR Ab. I was just listening to it. We
That's
still
lit,
gonna.
man.
We ain't forgot about him.
Free the bro, AR Rab, man. Can you tell me about what type of inspiration you draw from Ab to have his music on your phone like that?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. Him and Fifth is my gym music. Like I've been off the gym in a minute. I ain't went in like 2-3 weeks, but when I'm in the gym, him, Fifth, Casanova got some shit. Like that's my get hype music, or I'm on the E-way music. I throw on the ab, like just let it rotate, bro. You know what's dope? I stay watching is his This Is 50 joint where he do the Dynasty freestyle, but he do it live, and he got all the homies with him. I'm like Donald Trump to the projects. Like, nah, he get loopy. Ab energy is different, bro, man. Free the guy, man. And that's somebody, I done had combos with and chopped it up. We never met in person, but I remember probably about 14, 15, we chopped it up, man. I had passed up a lot of great opportunities because I stopped doing music. Even when I was wasn't we last when we was in Miami? Wasn't we in Scott Storch studio?
Yep. We was rocking with Scott Storch.
And he tried to get me to hop on the beat, and I was like, nah, I don't do music. You know what I mean? I did that with Ab. It wasn't disrespect. I just stopped doing music for like 4 or 5 years. So it was mad stuff. Yeah, because he was trying to get me that. He tried to get Stitches trying to get me a joint. I said, brother, man, you got way too many tattoos on your face, brother, for me to take you serious about some rap music, brother. This before like the Uzis and niggas came out now, because hella niggas got tattooed. This like 14, 13. I'm like, yeah, that shit look like a coloring book, my G. I don't think I'm gonna do a collab with you. You feel me? And that's no disrespect to Scott Storch though, because I was wild humble. Like he even wanted me to hop on the beat. You feel me?
Yep. Storch and Stitches were actually working together back then. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a funny night. I got some stories about that night too. I'm not gonna say on camera because it's crazy, but I got a couple stories I'm gonna call you about that night. I was dying laughing, boy. I had the time of my life just observing that night. Word.
So, Hollow, I wanted to ask you, man. Well, what was the joint you was talking about on Murder Mook's page, the Royce the 5'9" interview?
Yeah, no, it's the same interview. He was talking about how M said Mook was his favorite and stuff like that.
All right,
That's why I was
cool.
a little lost because I'm like, okay, it's like the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like you like LeBron and like Kevin Durant. You feel me? It's all good.
So, Hollow, let me ask you, what do you make of Eminem jumping back into battle rap? Is there any chance of that happening?
I think Royce is just shooting the shit up because, like I said, I know hella people that work with Shady. I've been around Shady Records for years before Total Slaughter. I was just around because of Alchemist. That's Eminem's DJ. I done been there with Eminem performed with Jay-Z and David Letterman. I met Eminem the day he dropped Recovery, and we was at the Hammerstein Ballroom, and it's just me up there with Royce and them in the green room. Like nobody met M. It's Bump B, it's Ron Fest, it's hella other celebrities in the building. That nigga performed and did. He's like, I'm kind of the same way, so I respect it. Some people are just boners. They don't really want to chill, and they don't like club scenes, and that scene that's how he is. I'm not gonna say I know, bro, but I'm just gonna say I don't never think he would battle because he's more of a like to himself type of person. He's not like I'm gonna come out here and battle and get the whole world hype up the world. Let's get. He's like, nah, I know what I do. This music shit. Nobody can fuck with me with this, and that's what I'm cool with. I can't say what that band to do, but I highly doubt if he would ever battle. Unless like how Roy's saying it was their own shit and he wanted to come out and battle maybe Jay-Z or Nas or somebody he feel like, is in his pocket or his lane. That's how I think the shit should stay. Just how they did Vado and Saigon, like That's how it should stay. Like if Cassidy is a little different because he get mixy, but if Banks want to come out, like let him battle JR Ryder. You feel me? Like it should be shit like that because it's more leveled out.
So Hollow, was it Eminem personally telling you that you were his favorite battle rapper?
Yeah, like literally, I'm right there, like, yo, how he like, come on, I know who you are, man. You one of my favorites. You get bit. Then Paul Rosenberg, like, all right, come on, I don't know who the fuck this is, because it's just me and Paul Rosenberg and the staff from the building, and it's Al Alchemist on the ones and twos right there. Oh, Kanava, shout out Kanava. He the one. I mean, Denon, the one who called me, like, yo, hello. So I guess like M was like, yo, how long here I want to meet him? And Denon calls me. I was next to Alchemist. And I met M, chopped it up real quick though. Boom, boom. He went on stage and got busy. But that's like one of the highlights of my life as far as like I don't get to meet my idols. I ain't met Jay-Z. I met Jada, but it was mad quick, like on some right outside stage 48, hella people around. But I don't really meet my idols, so that was crazy for me.
So Hollow, I want to ask you about Cassidy making his return to battle rap. How do you feel it's been?
I feel now it's amazing. It was a little rough. Well, let me not say that. His return was crazy against his ass. His original return, he got busy. And I really think small room cast is where, in my opinion, is more scary than big stage cast because when he battled Goods in the Arsenal, that thing was a little shaky, baby. Like, you feel me? Like, he gave us Max, and then it was like Ishkabibbles. It wasn't the same. You feel me? Like, he got to keep it at a high level. Is that a good analogy? I feel it. I feel
Well,
like
which
Max
one is better, Max's or Ishkabibbles? Because I hear different things. I'm a Max's guy.
I thought that was the best one, Max's, right?
Well, Ab told me I should have went to Ishkabibbles.
Okay, see, I don't know though. I don't know, but his goods. I'm gonna stay off of the analogies there. But his goods in Arsenal battle, yeah, it wasn't. In my opinion, it wasn't good big stage. And Hitman, it seemed like he got the feel for it now. So I want to see Cass again on the big stage. Small room, no. I think like him and even Mook, like Mook, Daylight. It's a couple cats that small room. I think that's just their thing, and they super scary in there. You know what I mean?
A lot of people were asking, why was it not Hollow the Don versus Cassidy? Has that ever been in the cards or promoted to you?
Yeah. They called me after he battled Arsenal. Like before he did Hitman, they called me for it, and I wasn't interested just from the Joe Buttons battle. My experience, it ain't really been competitive, so I was just like I said, he's more in his bag now. But this is before the Hitman battle. I'm just thinking him coming off of the Arsenal battle in Philly, and I'm like, he got booed in Philly, so I was like, nah. When ARP called me for it, shout out RBE, you know what I mean? And I was just like, just because of the Arsenal battle, but now it's a different story. Like he got busy with Hitman. Not saying we would battle, but I'm just saying like my respect level went up as far as big stage. That's how I previewed him after the Goods battle. I was like, okay, in a small room with Diz, he got busy, but Goods and Arsenal, like he been wild shaky, so he ain't ready for the big stage. Then he turned up against Hitman. Now, mind you, this is also a different league. This is how intricate this shit gets. This is also RBE. He could go back to the big stage on URL and they not like him again and get booed again. It's hard to tell, you know what I mean? But right now, since he did amazing on RBE with Hitman, he's definitely looking good and he's definitely like people looking forward. I know I'm looking forward to seeing his next big stage battle.
How did you and Loaded Lux come together as partners to form Loaded Hollows?
The Body movie. Shout out Eminem again. Go watch that on his channel. The movie we did called Body, produced by Joseph Kahn. Shout out Joseph Kahn too. We just did the movie, man, and we thought it was just a movie. We didn't think much of it, and then they was bringing Double Impact together. And you know what? I think it's the fans, man. The fans be the greatest. That's why I love the energy they bring. Even, excuse me, like I feel like a fan put it out there, and I tweeted it or something. And then when I tweeted it, a bunch of people start posting it. And then I called Chico, and I was like, "What do you think?" And he was like, "I don't believe y'all will do it." And so I don't feel like I talked to Lux, but I remember seeing Lux at a value and him just like, "Hey man, get that thing together," and just walking off. And I'm like, "Huh?" And then I see him later on. He's like, "Yo, you got that thing together?" And I'm like, "Oh, we talk about the 2-on-2." So I called Chico like, "Yo, we ready?" So it's really from the movie. That was a long answer, but it really came from us doing the movie where they booked us as friends and we didn't even know each other at that point. And the shit came out so good in the movie that, fans start asking for it.
So how did you guys go from battling one another to, building that level of trust? You know what I mean? I'm not just talking about the trust fall, but
Nigga stupid. Nah, I mean, it was really like once it got booked, because after we did the movie, it was probably a year before the battle happened. And we wasn't like talking, but we see each other here and there and chop it up. And there was a certain level of respect that was already gained from his work ethic to my work ethic. So once we got together in Big Bend, we went to Big Bend, California. And we seen that it was like the first 2 or 3 days, we had like similar regiments and similar interests. It was like over from there. Like we had one argument where it was really me arguing and him just being like, yo, chill. But I'm like, my nigga, you too relaxed. And after that, like everything was like that.
so when did you guys go on to make the name actually Loaded Hollows? Did that not come till about a year later?
Yeah. Because in the movie, we was blunts and mags. So
What did he say? I just watched the battle a few days ago. He said, "I'm a white boy, but I still smoke blunts."
oh, he said that in the movie?
I think that's what he said. Yeah, I just watched it a few days ago.
That's fire.
But
Yeah, I ain't seen the movie in a while.
so was working on this movie Bodied, was it just a coincidence, or because of the fact that Eminem was producing in it, was there something more? How'd you get the connection for it?
Nah, it wasn't a coincidence. This all happened around the same time. The Joe Budden's battle, the Body movie, like all this was happening around the same time. It was just a great time as far as like doing major stuff on the Hollywood side. You know what I'm saying? So I've done other stuff like for TV shows and stuff, but nothing better than Body, just because they showed us mad love on the set. The actors showed us love off top. They knew our battles. They did their research, and it was mad humbling, compared to like CBS I've worked on, MTV shows, and they don't gain interest in learning who the artist. Even Caffeine now, they don't know like people's names and they don't care. They just care about what they're gonna get back or whatever they care about. But with the Body movie, they was really like shout out Callum Worthy, shout out Jackie Long. Um, Everybody on the set, they showed us mad love. Every battle rapper said this. You can ask any battle rapper that was in the movie, they'll tell you the same thing. Like they made us feel real welcome. You feel me?
Hollow, how do you feel Sue Surf has progressed since your battle with him in 2013?
Um, I don't got much feelings because that ain't really my business. Like I don't really be paying attention. I like his music. I think his music progressed amazingly. Like I definitely 327 is my joint. He got a joint 327. I like Fire. He got a joint with G Herbo and Mozzie Fire. He got a joint. Them my main joints I know because he get busy on the music side. I definitely seen the progression there, but battle rap, we just be on the same cards. We do our thing and we leave. Like don't nobody rock with nobody like that. We not like brotherly. Ain't no love. Like, you feel me?
What was it that made you want to give him the battle back then? It kind of helped elevate him in some people's eyes.
I seen a lot in him, and then I just felt like his conceited battle was so fire. I just felt like, yo, this dude is up next. When I was at the combat, I was like, yo, this dude is up next. He one of them guys. So that's just how it go. Like Surfing did the same thing for other people. He done pulled Chess and them up the ladder. He done pulled other people up the ladder. I hope so. I would assume so, let me say. But that's how it goes. You help people. You build the ones coming up the ladder. You know what I mean?
No, you're right, because it was supposed to be Loaded Hollows versus gun titles. How did you feel about Sue Surf getting yanked out of that due to, getting locked up? Did it disappoint you?
I was hot. I was hot. That's how I could put it. But we had magic, like what we had already, like but people appreciated how it came out. So shout out to how it came out. You know what I mean?
Right. Seeing Chess get his opportunity with Tay Rock. But yeah, I agree. I was hot too because of the promotion around that, the setup. I was really hyped to see that.
The mute videos, we got it going with the mute videos, all that.
and this was going to be the second chapter of you and Sue Surf.
Yeah, I know. So we had some shit for him, but him and Lux went at it. Lux gave him a nice spanking for fucking up. Lux got at him for. He gave him his, like, you know, don't do that again, nigga. He gave him what he deserved.
Yeah, and Surf is off to the, you know what I mean? Surf is off to the moon, man. Hollow, I really appreciate you, man, for giving me this interview today, man. Major salute to you.
Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you probably tomorrow, tell you the funny shit. I think I told you already, but I'm gonna hit you tomorrow.